Welcome to your introduction to weaving on a rigid Heddle loom. This is a great loom to learn to weave on. It will be easy to understand the process and easy to move it around. You don't need a lot of space to weave on this type of loom. It is lightweight and can easily be stored under a bed, on the wall, or on a shelf. There are several companies that make different types of rigid Heddle looms. All the looms work on the same principle, but have special features that may be just right for you. I have attached a list of resources for looms and fiber in the description below. All looms have a type of Heddle or a way to move the fiber up and down. The rigid Heddle loom has a reed made up of holes and slots that create a shed for the weaving. Every weaver has a favorite brand of loom. It all depends on what you become comfortable with. Many guilds have a variety of manufacturers, so you have the opportunity to try them all and find out which one suits you best. Heddle loom are Kromsky, Schacht, Ashford, and Becca. I personally have a Kromsky that is 24 inches wide and an Ashford that is 16 inches wide. The width of the loom determines how wide your project can be. They can be used on a stand or propped up on the edge of a table or counter. Rigid Heddle weaving is perfect for young and old. Let's take a quick tour of a rigid Heddle loom. The one you're looking at that is already warped is an Ashford, and it's 16 inches wide. The front beam, the reed, and the back beam. The two knobs on the side are for adjusting the tension of the warp. And you notice the slots and holes in the reed. There are a few other items you will need to do some weaving, and those are simple: a measuring tape, a scissors, a Heddle hook, and your choice of reed. Also some shuttles, but we'll talk about that later. Weaving is the interlacing of threads, yarns, or strips of fabric or fibrous material to form interlacing threads. We're going to be weaving to make fabric, so we will be using fiber or yarn. Weaving on a rigid Heddle loom is a great way to use up all those odds and ends that you might have had from a knitting project where you didn't have enough yarn left. Rigid Heddle looms are great for weaving scarves and towels and even small blankets. Future chapters will show you how to weave an entire sampler with different types of weaving. When learning a new craft, it's always good to have a resource, and this is my favorite book. You might want to check it out. Join me in the next episode to learn how to warp the loom and learn more about the yarn and types you can weave with.